Hello, I'm Vicki LaRoe with Modern Jewelry Creators. Thanks so much for selecting this video. This video is a full tutorial for one of our new kits, our Pearl Blossoms earring and necklace set. And I'm thinking about putting this up on our YouTube channel. Generally, our full tutorials for a project beginning to end, so it's the equivalent of a class. For us. Normally those videos live only in our private members area and are accessible only by our Modern Jewelry Creator members. However, this is such a cute, fun set that should be pretty quick and fairly easy to put together. And so I'm thinking about putting it up on YouTube. So on the chance that I do that, thanks again for joining me, and consider it just a little extra perk of the channel. This is a recent kit, though I only had like under 20 of these kits to start with, and so I'll leave links below on the chance that some may still be available. Otherwise, you may be able to find just the little parts, or possibly you have something similar at home and you can work out kind of a similar design for yourself, and this can give you some inspiration. So I have the handout. So if you have the kit and you're making this along with me, here's the handout for our Pearl Blossoms. It's basically a pendant, and then we're making the same blossoms for the earrings. And I already have the earrings, made here, but I'm going to walk you through how we make the little blossoms ourselves, and then put them on a pendant, on a chain for a pendant. And how we also convert it to an earring as well. Okay, so what I am going to do, what I normally do in these tutorials, is I'm going to tip the camera down to my hands where I'm working, so that I can still see, but so that you can see a little better than me just holding things up. So we're going to go for a little ride. There's no editing on these videos, so I appreciate your patience, but this is really a fun little tutorial, and so I'm going to just tip this down, and then I'm going to try to get it in frame too, again, so you can see and I can see, and I can show you as we go along what we're doing. So the little blossoms start as a large cap, so whether you have the kit or you have a similar cap, it's about 20 millimeter little filigree cap, really pretty. A cap this size, normally we fit the cap to the bead, and so this would be for a fairly large bead, and so sometimes we can think, well, we wouldn't have, unless we work with a lot of larger beads, you wouldn't have much of a use for it, but I think this is a fun way to use this. So I'm going to use Supple Max. It is a illusion cord, complete transparent cord, and I know it's really tricky to see, especially against this gray, but I can't use a black background because that has glare on it, so you're just going to kind of trust me that it's here. And I've got about 4 or 5 inches of that cord. It's if you're not familiar with Supple Max, again, we have it on our website, as we do all these materials. It's completely transparent, so it's not fishing line. Fishing line is not transparent. It's green or tinted yellow or brown or what have you. This is completely transparent, and it's also made for the beading industry. And so fishing line gets brittle and breaks over time, and Supple Max does not. And it's extremely inexpensive. It's like $3 or $4 for a spool. Okay, so I need a little piece of it. Then I need my pearl. And so I'm going to match up, right, just to make sure the balance. There's basically your blossom, right? And so I'm just matching up the size of the pearl to the cap that I think looks nice. Then I'm going to string the Supple Max through the pearl. It's just centered through there. Then I'm going to bring both the ends of the Supple Max together. And I'm going to poke them or separate them into the petal sections of this cap, so right across from each other. So I again know it might be a little tricky to see because the cord's transparent, but I'm pulling them out the back, and there's the pearl, right? So our pearl is captured. Here are the threads. Put it kind of against my dress a little bit. There are threads. And they're coming out the back just across each other, across from each other. And all I'm going to do is tie this in a couple of knots. And you want to leave it laying down so it doesn't flip on you. There's one. There is two. Then I am going to just use a little clear nail polish to seal that up. I never use a super glue or anything like that. Not only because super glue is runny and sticky and yucky, it's also permanent. And so I like to be able to, take things apart if I need to or redo things, and this way we can. So I'm cutting tails of the Supple-Max. Because that knot is falling right in the hole, where you would normally string through, this is not sharp or anything, all right? It's very soft. I've cut it. It's basically dry. There she is. There's your flower. Cute, huh? Easy peasy. Okie doke. Now, that has a little ring around it. So I'm going to use these little textured links. And what these are is basically chain that we sell by the foot. These big textured link chain. I love it. Comes in the bright silver or gold or gunmetal, lots of colors. And the links open like a jump ring would. But they're not a jump ring, and they're so you only can use them a couple times and they'll end up breaking. So you can use them to substitute whenever you would use a jump ring, like if it's going to be visible, but you can only open them a couple times. But it's just a prettier option. So I put one of the gunmetal colors just through one of the petals of the blossom. Then I'm going to also put it around our satin ring. I'm going to close it up just like I would a jump ring. And make sure that is flush. Whoopsie daisy. And okay, there she be. There's the jump rings on that. Then I'm going to take two silver ones, and these are going to go only around the satin ring, so not through the flower, only through the ring itself. And close it up. Okay. So once those are even, right, and flush, then I want to move them so that the flower sitting inside, so it's just kind of playing with it, right? So the flower sits inside the ring and the silver textured links are on either side of the gunmetal one. Right? Okay. This is our chain, this beautiful mirror link chain. She's so pretty. Right, and I have this by the foot. We're going to string this through only the silver rings, not the gunmetal one. So I'm just pinching those together, and I'm going to drop her through. And get our little pendant centered on here. Right, and that's basically it, right? Look how cute. So we're gonna add the clasp and everything to the back, but there's your pendant. Very cute, huh? So I'm gonna show you how to do the earring too, but let's quickly do the ends. Right, so anytime you're using a chain that has the decoration, like the little mirror, I'm going to put the crimp on the end, right? Because these are not open links, so there's no way to hook into them to attach a clasp. I have to use a cord end crimp that looks like that little baby. And again, because I'm putting this, I think I'm putting this video on YouTube. I'm only mentioning that we have all these available like individually on our website as well. Because again, there's no way to like hook into a chain like this. So we have to put these little crimps on the end. And you want to make sure the chain is trim so that there's about a 1/4 inch of the actual chain. So if this was cut with a little mirror part at the end, I would have to cut that off so that I've got that little length of the woven part exposed. Now, this I'm not going to walk through much because I have separate videos on the channel about how to put these on, but it goes on the top of your crimping plier. We drop it in here, and again, if you haven't seen these before, I've got a whole, a separate video that I know is on the channel on how to attach these. It's very easy peasy, but it does take a little bit of practice to get them on there. There we go. Now I have a ring on the end of the links, and we will use jump ring, a real jump ring, on the end to attach our clasp. And whenever I can, so if the clasp is not going to be visible, I will use more of a hook clasp and extension chain for a necklace so that people can alter the length however they like to wear it. If the chain's going to be visible, oftentimes I'll use a more decorative clasp, but this is a darling clasp. She looks kind of like a lobster claw, but it's round. Isn't that cute? We're all about modern jewelry here. Modern findings, modern looks. We sell beautiful quality of jump rings made in the USA. No nickel, no lead. It's cut flush. And because of that, it's very easy to open and close. Closes perfectly, easily. And the hook is on one side. And the other side, I just use a length of chain. So, extension chain. It's like 3 links, however long you want that to be. But like I said, when the clasp is in the back, and you're not going to necessarily see it, then I like to do a hook style with an extension so that we can adjust this pendant depending on what we're wearing. You know, just even having a couple inches to adjust it, the length is very helpful. And there is the necklace part. So for the earring, I'm going to just grab another one. So we would do all the same ta-das. I should leave her here. So cute. Except once we're at this point, instead of putting the chain through, we're going to grab another jump ring. Just another 6mm jump ring. I'm going to open it to the side. It's going to go only through the silver links, kind of like the chain did. Close it up. She's not closed flush. I can see it. Okay. Close it flush. Then you can use any type of ear wire. I'm just using a small ball end ear wire. I use ear wires based on design. What will balance out, this just opens, right? The ear wire opens easily in the front like a jump ring. Try to show it, right? That part just opens up to the side. There's a front and a back to your pearl blossom, so you gotta make sure you put it on the front. But then you just close it up. So the ear wire goes through the jump ring you added. And that's it. I mean, could those be easier? And that is it. You do the same for the other one, and you would have an entire set, right? So I'm going to turn you back up to me, just slowly. We're going to go for a little ride. Hello. Okay. And that is it. They're super duper cute, right? I just love them. And that just makes just a precious, easy set. And this kit's only for everything. So if you do want all the pieces to make the entire set, I think the kit, if we have them available, is only like $24 or something. You can use this discount code I'll put in the description. that can save you 10% and get you free shipping. And so, it ends up being around $20 for the earring and the necklace. So it's a great deal, and all very high quality materials. We only use really, really nice stuff around here, and I think it just makes a gorgeous, gorgeous set. So that was it. So I like to put these on YouTube once in a while, but it's also a tutorial video for my members and those that purchase the kit. So again, consider this like a special little bonus that we're doing. And hopefully you'll join me back on the channel. I'm here each week with new videos that share new products, designs, ideas, definitely new kits. This is our one of our new kits, these crystal coins. This is definitely a class. This is not going to happen in a short video on YouTube, but she's just a darling one. So I love this little clasp. It's so cute. This is a little Queen of Hearts. This is also too long to do in a YouTube video, but she's so sweet. So, but I think these kits are still available on our website too. So very darling. Thanks again for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you back here. And until then, sparkle brightly like the star that you are. Peace.